G'day, it's Heath here from pickinglessons.com. In this guitar lesson we're going to take a look at a great Celtic fingerstyle arrangement of the Rolling Waves. The Rolling Waves is in the key of D and we're in DADGAD tuning for this arrangement, and DADGAD tuning is D, A, D, G, A, D. So down to a D for the 6th string, the A, the D and the G are all left alone, and then our 2nd string is an A and our 1st string is a D. So that's DADGAD tuning. In a moment, we're going to have a look through part A of the tune and break down each of the measures and work through what we need to learn. If you head on over to pickinglessons.com, you are going to find the tab for this complete arrangement. You'll find the second lesson where we do take a look at part B, and you'll also find some play-along tracks at 3 tempos as you're learning the tune, using those to help you practice. pickinglessons.com. Alright, let's jump on into part A. Alright, so part A for the Rolling Waves. Make sure you're in DADGAD tuning, so that was D, A, D, G, A, D. So this arrangement is played out of DADGAD. So the Rolling Waves is played in a 6/8 time signature, so it's a jig. And so we have 6 1/8 notes of the bar with 2 dotted quarter note pulses, 1 and a 2 and a 1 and a 2 and a. Alright, so let's have a look at the first measure here. It sounds like this. First of all, this technique that we find in this measure, where we have the 3 quicker notes played together, the 2 semiquavers into the 8th note. So when we're counting this one, we could count it as 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. One more time. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. So at a slower tempo, you can hear those notes broken down. When it's played quicker, so what we need to do here, first of all, let's take a look at that quick pull off there. So that's 4th to 2nd fret, that's pretty straightforward, using our thumb on those low bass notes, and take your choice of fingers. I'm using my middle finger there. Middle finger is probably a good idea. We're about to move into the 3 notes that we need to play in succession, and what we want to do there is use our ring finger, middle finger, index finger in that order. So to play those 3 quicker notes, it's really hard to use other fingers. So what we want to do there is use the 1, 2, 3, ring, middle, index on that 4th string. So in context, 1, 2, 3, and 1. 1, 2, 3, and 1. Moving on into the hammer-on and pull-off. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. So really important to get that ring, middle, index on those semiquaver notes. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. Because when the tempo gets faster, it is quite a struggle if you were going to use any other fingers. So we want that ring, middle, index. That's probably the hardest technique in this arrangement. It sounds really great, but it is quite tricky to play. We'll try this a couple of times. 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. A little bit quicker. 4, 5, 6. One more time. 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's a measure really worth practicing as an exercise. Getting used to the ring, middle, index fingers in quick succession there, so we can get that semiquaver rhythm, those 16th notes, following on to the 8th note. Okay, we'll come back and practice that a little bit later. Second measure. So here we're hammering on to the 4th fret on from the open 6th string. Picking string 4, string 6 together. String 1, while you're holding those notes, pull off on fret 4, string 2, open string 3. Try to let all your notes ring out throughout. We really want those notes to carry over as far as we can while we're playing. So, second measure, 4, 5, 6. Measures 1 and 2, 4, 5, 6. Measure 3 is exactly the same as measure 1. Moving on to measure 4. Measure 4. We're going to kick it off with our third finger on that 5th fret of string 6. We're going to play the open 2nd string with that, so thumb and middle finger is a good choice. While we're holding those notes, 2nd finger is going to come in to play the 4th fret on string 4. Our rhythm here, 1 and or 1, 2, 3. Then we have 4, 5, 6. So 2 open strings, then a pull off, fret 4 to fret 2 on string 4. Measure 4, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's play from the beginning, the first 4 measures. 4, 5, 6. Okay, measure 5. Measure 5 is the same as measure 1, and measure 6 is also the same as measure 2. So looking at the final 2 measures here of part A, before we hit the repeat, they both sound like this. Before we go back and repeat or move on to part B. Now, first of those measures, so measure 7. Rhythmically quite straightforward, just all 8th notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Starting off with finger 2 there on fret 4 of string 4, thumb and index fingers. Open 2nd string, back to that 4th fret. 1, 2, 3. Then we have our 3rd finger move into that low G on fret 5, and we're going to hammer on from the open 3rd string to the 4th fret. 4, 5, 6. So measure 7, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not too bad. Let's look at the final measure. We have this really cool hammer-on pull-off with a triplet 16th note in the middle. So, sounds like this. So the first full beat in that bar, we have this, first of all, the pinch on the open 5th string, 2nd fret on string 3. So thumb and middle fingers. Now, what happens next is we're going to hammer on and pull off. Let's focus on the melody for a second. So we're going to hammer on and pull off from that 2nd fret, hammering onto fret 4, then pull off back to fret 2 to the open string. Once we've done that, we're going to hammer on straight to fret 4 on string 4. So we haven't played that string. We're going to hit it with a fair bit of energy and it's going to sound fine. So with the bass note in the first part of that measure, one, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 triplet, 1 triplet 3. So it's a bit of a funny one. Use your ear to listen out for it. That all happens in the first beat of that bar. And then the final 3 notes we have 4, 5, 6 with a pull off. That's not too hard there. Open 3rd string, fret 4, flick down to fret 2. So measure 8, 4, 5, 6. The most important thing there on that hammer on pull off is wait, and then we hammer on and pull off quite quickly. So remember that triplet in the middle. 1, 2 and a 3. 1, 2 and a 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2 and a 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2 and a 3. Let's put measures 7 and 8 together. 4, 5, 6. One more time. 4, 5, 6. So there's a breakdown of each of the measures in part A. Remember, your thumb's picking all those low bass notes. Use your index, middle and ring fingers as you see fit. I have marked them all in the tab there. The only place you really need to watch is where we do get those 3 quicker notes on the same string, where we want to use the ring, middle, index in succession. Let's have a play through from the beginning of part A. We'll go from the first measure through to the end of bar 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more time. Okay, so part A for the rolling waves in this Celtic Fingerstyle arrangement. Head on over to pickinglessons.com. You will find the tab for the complete arrangement. You'll find the second lesson where we take a look at part B and break that down. And you'll also find some play-along tracks that you can use to help you improve as you get to know the tune. Pickinglessons.com, I'll see you there.